It's a beautiful day out there. We can expect some good action today. Dusty conditions here today on the field. This will suit the spinners well. Let's see how well they fare today. And heads it is. Conditions seem to be perfect. At least that's what the bowling side thinks. The opening batsmen are ready to take on the opposition. The fielding team is marching towards the middle. We can hope for an exciting contest here between these two great teams. Play is in effect, and the fielding side needs to minimize damage. Some aggressive defense there from the fielding side. The bowler wants to disrupt the batsman's rhythm. He's going for a side change. That finds the middle of the bat, and he goes for the on-drive. He's played it with soft hands on the onside and makes it look effortless in the end. Batsman's off the mark with that single. Steps out and hammers it into the stands. He has slodged that straight down the ground. Looks like he's sending a message to the bowler. First ball boundary. The umpire isn't taking any chances with this one. Time for a closer look. The batsman is cutting it really close. There's no obvious edge here, but either way, he's not very happy with that stroke. It's nerve-wracking for both teams out here as they wait for Ultra Edge Detect to deliver a verdict. And the bowler goes over the line. No ball given by the umpire. Time to go for the maximum. Here comes the chance for a free hit. What a shot! The crowd has gone mad. Gets underneath the ball this time and lofts it for a 6 off the last ball. A good over for the batting team. The bowling side has decided to continue the medium-pace onslaught. Bowler overstepped the line there. A free hit coming up. That's a good opportunity to grab for the batting unit. Devastated that ball. Thumped over the field for 4. Come on! The bowling captain's bringing the fielders into the circle for the power play. The crowd is straining to follow that one. What a stunner! He's down on one knee, proposing to go for the boundary. That's a fantastic stop. Some real athletics on the field today. 2 runs. Oh, that's brilliant. They've run the first one hard and came back for the second so quick. Gets to the pitch of the ball and slogs it down the onside. 4 off the over's last ball. That was an expensive over. The bowler is not so impressed with the performance. A part-timer has come in to bowl this over.
No!
Well fielded, and the batsman couldn't get away with it. A brutal sky shot that soars above the pitch into the crowd. High and ramrod straight, a resplendent expression of batting prowess. Sensational stuff! Stopped a definite boundary with his fielding effort. Excellent delivery. The batting side are no doubt getting frustrated. It looks like it's going all the way, and it does. 4. That's a loose delivery from the bowler. That's a clear no ball. It's a free hit for the batsman at the crease. That's a good throw by the fielder. Get it right back at the stumps. A poor over from the bowler. The offside attack continues as the spinner takes up the ball. That's a railgun of a shot. Belted it far, high and away. He's played it with soft hands on the onside and makes it look effortless in the end. A daredevil dive that pays dividends. Boundary denied.
Get it!
Some fancy footwork there. Pays off with a 4.
Come on!
Can the batsman bust through the inner circle of death? This is power play. This is their chance.
No.
Good effort from the fielding unit. He gets in a sharp throw to save some extra runs. Tough opposition for the batting side in this outfield. A good over for the batting team. The offside attack continues as the spinner takes up the ball. is not stopping for anyone. They're making the batsmen fight for every run. Good show by the fielders. He's going over the wicket for a shift in tempo. He moves like lightning and stops it just inside. Sensational effort in the field there. He makes a perfect throw to return the ball close to the stumps. A tiny dot ball to end the over. They're bringing in some medium pace to try and limit the opposition's scoring rate. Did he edge it? The umpires asked for the stump camera. The cameras have spotted a nick. Waiting on the audio confirmation from Ultra Edge Detect to know for sure. The batsman's regretting it already. Bet he knew it was over before anyone else. Back to the dressing room he goes. Ultra Edge Detect says out. And there goes the wicket. A tail-ender is walking out in the middle. Looks like they're onto a plan here. One bounce and into the fence. New to the ground? Never mind. Hit a boundary off the first ball. He has slogged that straight down the ground. Excellent delivery from the bowler, but defended beautifully in the end by the batsman. That's going to need a keener pair of eyes. The wickies nabbed it, but was that an edge? Oh dear, looks like a bit of willow on that one. The bowler baited him nicely into playing wide and loose. Ultra Edge will seal the deal here. Ultra Edge detected. An unfortunate nick and he's gone. Some good bowling there to nab that one. Great stuff from the bowler. That's another wicket gone. A new batsman walking in. Hope he can save his team's hopes. Well judged by the batsman at the crease. In comes the change of bowling. There's nothing medium about this medium pacer. A perfect delivery. It has deceived the batsman completely. A good ball. No runs given off that one. That was spotted so quickly by the fielder. What a great effort in the field. An acrobatic dive prevents the extra run. The bowler smiles in relief. He knows every run stopped counts. Nicely sent back with a strong flexing action. He's forced him to play that down. Calculated bowling. A deadly kiss goodbye to the bowler's last ball. Farewell by 4. The bowling. The outfield is no longer the batsman's playground, as the field is now spread. The bowling side has decided to continue the medium pace onslaught. The batsman didn't want to take any risk there. Two's company, but falls a blast. What a shot! One bounce and over the fence. And he's off the mark with a cracker of a shot. Over it goes. A lack of control from the bowling, resulting in a wide. Steps out and hammers it into the stands. The calm before the storm shatters with that massive 6. An absolute blaster of a shot. What a whopper. That's beautifully swept by the batsman. He's decided to bowl over the wickets this time to try something different. A brutal sky shot that soars above the pitch into the crowd. Took the pace off the ball with that brilliantly timed dive. That was an expensive over. The bowler is not so impressed pleased with the performance. That's a loose delivery from the bowler. That's a clear no ball. A costly delivery that gives away a free hit. No reason to let the batsman get settled. The bowler is swapping to the other side of the wicket. Big miss. Couldn't make full use of the free hit delivery. Catapults it right back to the crease. Good throw. That has sailed over the batsman towards the fence. Oh dear. A good shot selection. Drives the ball through the offside. An acrobatic dive prevents the extra run. The bowler smiles in relief. That's a dot over. Nicely bowled. As the spinner steps in, it's a non-stop offside assault. Sensational stuff! Stopped a definite boundary with his fielding effort. The ball has pierced the fielders all the way. The bowler tries for something new here. A change of sides signalled by the umpire. A beautiful sweep to clean that ball up.
Come on!
Few changes in the field as they are looking desperately for that wicket. It doesn't seem to be timed well. He knows every run stopped counts. Nicely sent back with a strong flexing action. Swept across with no mercy. Sailed right into waiting hands. It's a sad walk back for the batsman. He just has to stick to the basics and play his natural game here. He's taken the safe route on that one. A satisfying end for the bowler as the batsman is denied. As the spinner steps in, it's a non-stop offside assault. The fielders are pulling out all the stops by making all the stops. He's played it with soft hands on the onside and makes it look effortless in the end. A heroic dive by the fielder, but sadly no damsels or fours saved today. It looks like it's going all the way, and it does! 4! And he's off the mark. A fine start. Good thinking by the batsman. Leaves the delivery. A sturdy effort from the fielder there. Well thrown. A fine double that'll push the tally ahead. Just the one off that ball. Steps out his front foot and defends that beautifully. No luck for the batsman at the end of that over. Dot ball. They're bringing in some medium pace to try and limit the opposition's scoring rate. Some aggressive defence there from the fielding side. That's one more notch on his belt. Good single. He's lofted it just right. Bounce and boundary. No more singles out to mingle with that whopper. What a sixer! Blinding speed and a quick throw. Now that's a solid defence. Well contained. A smart effort by the bowler. Fielders are making their move in the ground. A good leave by the batsman. Batsman would be very pleased with that over. In comes the change of bowling. There's nothing medium about this medium pacer. The change of sides requested by the bowler. He's onto something special here. A premature end to a promising start. Caught out. He has to stick to his basics and not give away his wicket here. That's well left. Better safe than sorry. A clever one that left no room for the batsman. Dot ball. He's making the batsman work for his money. A spirited defence. Bowler overstepped the line there. The bowler has completely bamboozled the batsman. A free hit coming up. That's a good opportunity to grab for the batting unit. A half effort. Let's hope it doesn't continue outside of free hits. Batsman's off the mark with that single. He's on his knee, sweeping the bowler off their feet. Well run. They make it back into the crease safely. The fielder sees eye to eye with the bowler and flings it true. Bazak! The shouts are loud. The umpire isn't. No wicket here. Double or nothing. Double it is for the batting. End of over. That was well judged by the fielder. The decision is in favour of the batsman. Not out, says the umpire. There's no stopping that turf wrecker. 4 runs it is. That's a good throw by the fielder, getting right back at the stumps. The crowd is straining to follow that one. What a stunner! A 6 to bring up his half-century. That's terrific. Every single counts. A deadly kiss goodbye to the bowler's last ball. Farewell by 4. An expensive over that'll cost the bowling a lot in make-up. Let's see if this last spell is a magical one. That was spotted so quickly by the fielder. What a great effort in the field. Excellent use of the feet by the batsman. It has been pushed down to the square region. He's playing it safe by sticking to just the one. A good length from the bowler. That's a fine delivery. One bounce before the boundary line. A daredevil dive that pays dividends. Boundary denied. He's got a great arm and knows how to use it. What a throw! A tiny dot ball to end the over. They're bringing in some medium pace to try and limit the opposition's scoring rate. Such a perfect length from the bowler. The batsman was in two minds there. Well fielded, and the batsman couldn't get away with it. Delivery, and it swings through the line. Well fielded in the end. He returns a very good throw back to the stumps. A wild swinging delivery. The batsman is in real trouble now. Excellent delivery. The batting side are no doubt getting frustrated. That's it! He's kicking himself for that shot. Easy catch by the fielder. He has to anchor the innings and look to stay on till the end to put up a good total. Let's see if this last spell is a magical one. A valiant effort by the fielder, but fails to stop the boundary. And it's gone for a 4. He shows sign of a promising spell. A new man in. Time for him to up the scoring rate. He He jumps in vain, and across the ropes it goes for 4. New to the ground? Never mind. Hit a boundary off the first ball. Straight as an arrow, that one. A resounding shot. Good thinking by the batsman. They complete the single with ease. The fielder is all over it. No freebies today. And he's out, clean bowled. In comes the change of bowling. There's nothing medium about this medium pacer. Tough opposition for the batting side in this outfield. An easy single to shuffle things along. Steps out his front foot and defends that beautifully. A good ball. No runs given off that one. The fielders are on guard, protecting the infield closely. He's got a great arm and knows how to use it. What a throw! It's sayonara with that delivery. A 4 off the last ball. Let's see if this last spell is a magical one. He had less than a second to throw himself in front, and he makes it! What a save! A good effort from the fielding unit. They need to keep this momentum going forward. Loud shouts from the bowling team, but the umpire decides in the batsman's favour. He's driven it hard and home, frolicking down the pitch. Well run. They make it back into the crease safely. Well fielded in the end. He returns a very good throw back to the stumps. Let's see if this last spell is a magical one.
No.
Driven it to the mid-wicket fielder on the leg side. No runs added. Can he flummox the batsman by bowling over the wicket? He's going to try. Good effort from the fielding unit. He gets in a sharp throw to save some extra runs. They're making the batsmen fight for every run. Good show by the fielders. Did he make it in time? The umpire says he did. Safe. Every single counts. Of desperation. Did he make it? The umpire decides in favour of the bowler. The batsman is gone. It's a loud shout and the batsman is unsure. The umpire says he's safe, not out. That's a mountain of a total. Let's hope they can scale it without losing those crucial early wickets. Him. The batsman is gone. He is the new man in. He should stick to the team plan and anchor the innings. Some aggressive defence there from the fielding side. Driven over the mid-on region. Couldn't convert it into runs though. The fielder sees eye to eye with the bowler and flings it true. The umpire isn't taking any chances with this one. Time for a closer look. The third umpire is keenly checking the hotspot. This could be a close one. And no... What an over. No runs given and a wicket to boot. An off-spinner joins in the middle. They're desperate. He moves like lightning and stops it just inside. That was well judged by the fielder. It's in the air. If that finds a pair of hands, it's over. Bam! Sends a lofty drive straight over the non-striker's end. He hits long and hard, down the ground, over the ropes it goes. A cracking way to get off the mark. High and ramrod straight. A resplendent expression of batting prowess. Got him with an easy catch in the end. A new batsman walking in. Hope he can save his team's hopes. Good drive, but finds the mid-off fielder. No chance of a run. No happy ending for the batsman at the end of that over. Some variation in this one's deliveries. Are the gods of speed in his favour? Tough opposition for the batting side in this outfield. Well bowled, nothing conceded. A sturdy effort from the fielder there. Well thrown. Judgment there. That was an unnecessary run. He just has to stick to the basics and play his natural game here. It's been caught, but was there an edge? There's the visual on the hotspot, and he is indeed out. A new batsman walking in. Hope he can save his team's hopes. He's really rationing out the runs. A good over. They're making the batsmen fight for every run. Good show by the fielders. Plays a square drive to the leg side region. Couldn't get any runs for it. An amazing effort in the end from the fielder. Says the umpire, and huge celebrations from the fielding unit. The batsman's going to ask to review that decision. And now they challenge the umpire for a review. That's a fantastic line by the bowler that's caught him right in the pads. Out! He's misread that ball completely. An unfortunate duck out. He needs to stay on and finish the game for his team now. Catapults it right back to the crease. Good throw. Well judged. It's a wicket maiden. He's owned the opposition completely. He's making the batsman work for his money. A spirited defence. A fielder is getting ready to get a hold of it. Artful judgment there, finding a gap with that lofted offside drive. That was nicely driven to offside covers, but stopped by the field. A brilliant maiden over that has thoroughly frustrated the batsman. Those clouds look rather menacing. We could have a spot of bother here. A good effort from the fielding unit. They need to keep this momentum going forward. The dry spell ends with that refreshing four. He whacks it over the fielders' heads. Bounces for four. And he's off the mark. A fine start. The fielders look tense. A spot of rain might make things difficult for everyone. A perfect delivery, and it has deceived the batsman completely. He has to anchor the innings and look to stay on till the end to put up a good total. Superb delivery. The ball sneaks. Great stuff from the bowler. That's another wicket gone. He's on a hat-trick now. Sensational stuff. The bowling is on a roll here. It's a bloodbath at the batter's end. A new man in. Time for him to up the scoring rate. He's hit it badly. He's hit it high. He lofts it over the offside field for more runs. That's nicely played. They lose another wicket in quick succession. He never saw that catch coming. The striker shuffles back to the pavilion. He's achieved the hat-trick with this wicket. It's time to celebrate. Dismissed off his first ball. There's no quarter for the batsman. Another scalp collected. That's a fantastic stop. Some real athletics on the field today. The strikers. The fielders are on guard, protecting the infield closely. He's got a great arm and knows how to use it. What a throw! The pressure seems to be... The fielder is all over it. No freebies today. A brilliant maiden over that has thoroughly frustrated the batsman. The medium pacer has been called into the attack now. Well fielded, and the batsman couldn't get away with it. This is an absolute ripper of a ball. It has sent the bails flying all around. A fiery start by the bowling side. A golden duck and the batsman walks home. A really special innings needed from him to pull him over the finish line. Such an intimidating swing. Good variation there, forcing the batsman to defend once again. They get blinding speed and a quick... No luck for the batting in that over. There goes a wicket. An off-spinner joins in the middle. They're desperate for a wicket now. Says the umpire, and huge celebrations from the fielding unit. The striker isn't going down without a fight. He might need the DRS to show an edge here. The batsman has decided to review this. Not out, says the umpire. The fielders are pulling out all the stops by making all the stops. He knows every run stopped counts. Nicely sent back with a strong flexing action. Good over. No addition to the total. A leg spinner has come into play. That was spotted so quickly by the fielder. What a great effort in the field. Good effort from the fielding unit. He gets in a sharp throw to save some extra runs. That's a maiden over from the bowler. Brilliantly bowled. An off-spinner joins in the middle. They're desperate for a wicket now. The fielders are pulling out all the stops by making all the stops. He knows every run stopped counts. Nicely sent back with a strong flexing action. He's lofted it skyward. Is that going to cost him? A powerful stroke that accelerates all the way to deep cover. There's the light at the end of that long tunnel of singles. A solid four. No need to run for it. The batsman's off the mark with those runs. That was nicely driven to offside covers, but stopped by the fielder. Well contained, a dot ball to end. some medium pace to try and limit the opposition's scoring rate. That was spotted so quickly by the fielder. What a great effort in the field. It's in the air. If that finds a pair of hands, it's over. He evades the field and extra cover, making it all the way to deep. Good drive, but finds the mid-off fielder. No chance of a run there. A sturdy effort from the fielder there. Well thrown. What a block. Amazing speed and reaction time from the fielder. Great line and length once again. No rut. He moves like lightning and stops it just inside. A good over. No addition to the total. Always go for the legs, as they say in fight sports. The same goes for cricket. They're making the batsmen fight for every run. Good show by the fielders. Poor batting display, completely dominated by the opposition bowling. They have to go back and revisit the basics. What a performance! The man of the hour also wins the man of the match. There's a lot of cricketing heritage here in Chennai. Who will luck favour? It's time for the toss. And tails it is. They will bowl first to try for some early wickets. to begin and the players are making their way to the ground. We can expect some fine cricketing action today.
The batsmen have to control the shots as the fielders are in set positions.
Some balls are better left unplayed. Good judgment there. Oh, that was a close one. He'll live and fight another day. A good decision to avoid that one. He's played right into the fielder's hands. That's the first wicket down in this innings. He has to stick to his basics and not give away his wicket here. He's making the batsman work for his money. A spirited defence. A sturdy effort from the fielder there. He ends the over on a high. It's a wicket maiden. Skyward. Is that going to cost him? A safe pair of hands from the fielder. He's had absolutely no time to settle in. Out off the first delivery. Golden duck. He is the new man in. He should stick to the team plan and anchor the innings. This is an absolute ripper of a ball. It has sent the bails flying all around. It's an all-out attack from the bowling. Another batsman bites the dust. That second wicket for him in a row. Great stuff from the bowler. That's another wicket gone. He has to stick to his basics and not give away his wicket here. That was some sensational stuff to watch from the fielder. Tough opposition for the batting side in this outfield. That's one more notch on his belt. Good single. Batsman's off the mark with that single. That's some fine running between the wickets. That finds the middle of the bat and he goes for the on drive. The crowds are going crazy for that unbelievable stop. Good effort. Leaves the ball this time. That was well judged by the fielder. The dry spell ends with that refreshing fall. He's shown his contempt with a ravaging shot. Lofted for 4. The bowler has beaten the batsman with that delivery. That's given out by the umpire. Looks like they'll go up for the review. The batsman has decided to review this. Not out, says the umpire. No luck for the batsman at the end of that over. Dot ball. The bowling decides to send in a spin meister. Can he spin up a wicket? Has the batsman goofed? The keeper certainly thinks so with that appeal. The umpire has asked for the third umpire. It's going to be touch and go decision. Looks like the batsman made it back safe. No stumping this time. It doesn't seem to be timed well. He comes down the pitch of the ball and thrashes it for a lofted drive on the offside. That's some sensational, superb delivery. The ball sneaks through and hits the bails.
That's it!
It's an all-out attack from the bowling. Another batsman bites the dust. That's a well-judged catch by the fielder. The bowler's on a hat-trick here. The bowling is on a roll here. It's a bloodbath at the batter's end. It through the covers brilliantly. The ball is not stopping for anyone. Looks like he's sending a message to the bowler. First ball boundary. That was caught with good judgment in the outfield. Could have easily nicked the bat. Some serious upper body power behind that lofted cover drive. He's devastated that ball. Thumped over the field for 4. was a nasty one. Well left. He's hit it badly. He's hit it high. Driven long and hard, all the way to deep cover. Batsman's error, fielder's joy. He's gone. He clears the... The batting feels confident. Not a big target, so hopefully they've got this one in the bag. An acrobatic dive prevents the extra run. The bowler smiles in relief. The fielder is all over it. No freebies today. With a hop, skip and a jump of the ropes, 4 to the batsman. Off the starting blocks with a safe play. Come on! The bowler is ready to bowl around the wickets. This will be interesting. It's a free hit for the batsman at the crease. Come on! Interesting to see what they come up with based on this field setup. Miss. Couldn't make full use of the free hit delivery. Catch! Batsman's error, fielder's joy, he's gone. That's the first wicket down in this innings. He is the new man in. He should stick to the team plan and anchor the innings. Time for some spin now. An off spinner comes into the attack. Took the pace off the ball with that brilliantly timed dive. The ball races away to the boundary. A good effort from the fielding unit. They need to keep this momentum going forward. Almost cuts the bowler's legs off with that one. What a drive. An easy single to shuffle things along. Sensational effort in the field there. He makes a perfect throw to return the ball close to the stumps. The medium pacer has been called into the attack now. He had less than a second to throw himself in front, and he makes it! What a save! He's got a great arm and knows how to use it. What a throw! It's another dot ball in this over. The bowler will be pleased with that one. Driven it to the mid-wicket fielder on the leg side. No runs added. The batsman has found the gap through the fielders on the offside. Just the one off that ball. Come on! The bowler goes over the line. No ball given by the umpire. 6, 6, 6. Completely dominated by the opposition. They could have performed better. Some smart work by today's man of the match. A world-class performance with the ball.